Hello and welcome to Good Clean Gaming. I'm your host Jalindo, and today we're playing more Renowned Explorers, and we're about to jump into the third expedition. Last run, the last expedition was really good. It was awesome for gold and all this other kind of stuff, but really lacked on the research, and that's going to hurt us right now. And I will show you why. I've already got Chronicles unlocked, but I really want to unlock Scouting. And I want to get down to here on Scouting. But I mean, look at that. It's +1 supplies, +1 collect, +1 study. That is a fantastic place to be. But I can't because I only have 118 research, and even if I get all the good research tokens off the inside, I'm not going to be able to get down to here, I don't think. Just roundabout, you know, back of the napkin math. I could go down here and get more gold and status from encounters and get that +2 resolve. But I'm going to get that eventually anyway. I'm going to go down here and do +1 study from when you enter a nature challenge. And then I have 90 research that I can unlock either +1 extra study when I resolve devious, or all scouts gain lone wolf. So since it doesn't matter how many of these, I don't have to do any more research papers. And I won't get any more benefit out of these if I do research papers, unlike with the scientist crew. We're going to go ahead and just get all of these research tokens now. We don't have Anna leading our party, so it won't matter. Just go ahead and grab them all, see where we're at. It's not going to be enough. We're only going to be able to get 1 research paper. So I can either get +10 grit when not standing next to an ally, which is, nice. Or I can get Spill the Beans, which gains an extra 1 study token if we resolve devious. Well, I need more research, so this is the obvious choice here. Alternatively, I can go for gold and status with encounter tokens or get resolve. I'm going to go with this one. There we go. Next research is 100. We really gotta get a lot of research in the next run. Now, where did we do well? We did well with gold, and so we're going to use that gold now. We're going to go down to the Red Square Market, and we're going to go ahead and upgrade the shop a couple times until we get the adventure boots. Adventure boots. 45 grit, 25 armor, 25 speech defense. That is a beautiful thing. Bought that, and now we're poor again. I'm going to give that to my weakest defender. Although I could give it to my tank. Let me look at my abilities real quick before I buy that, or before I equip that. So what I'm looking for is which ones do aggro. This one pulls aggro, it's Loudmouth. The rest of them don't really pull aggro. I believe Kiwi has the same deal. Aggro, and Hatice does not have any aggro pulling abilities. So 2 ways to think of this. I could either give it to my weakest defender, which would be Hatice, and have her be more survivable, or I could give it to my aggro getter, but that's only once every like 3 or 4 turns if I recall, so that's not going to help us all that often. So I'm going to give it to Hatice. Hatice seems to be the one that has the most chance of dying. So now she has +33% reduction in speech defense, 38% reduction in armor for attack defense, and then 46% chance that the enemy will just absolutely miss. That is a nice thing. Now it's time to jump into the next... Oh, entourage. Gotta check the entourage. Now we gotta check this guy. Let's see. +1, +2 on naturalist. No. Quick thinker. No. Athlete, no. Gain, athlete, tenacious, or smashing. I guess we could grab this one and potentially get an extra collect token. We'll look at this one in the next expedition. So there we go. We're going to jump into the next expedition now. So we either go to the Hungarian Fort or the Memphis Desert. Normally I avoid the Memphis Desert because it's really hard on the supplies. I never have anybody that can really do the challenges all that well. But for our all-scout crew, the Memphis Desert is absolutely awesome. So we're going to unlock inside jobs in Africa, we're going to get a lot of gold, and we're going to be fine on supplies, I believe. Okay, here we go. Ah, the Egyptian Desert. Hatice is already complaining about being thirsty. Molly sighs and checks the map you got from the Renowned Explorers International Society. And we determine the location of the Temple of War. By chance, a British expedition passes you. The leader of the caravan approaches you with enthusiasm. Ah, another group of fine explorers. Be careful not to dry out in the desert. Visit an oasis to replenish your supplies. He hands over a map of all the oases. Okay. When the British investor disappears, Molly rallies the crew. It's time to start this adventure in the desert. Okay. So here's our... Oh, those oases are very poorly placed. Yikes. Let's go to this encounter and then pop over into the supplies if we need to. What a rare sight. A group of British goons without a leader. They're approaching you. They catch up to you and one starts talking. We cannot find our boss, and we are sure he wants you gone. Usually he tells us how to behave during a confrontation, but since he's not here, we will approach you in an aggressive manner. Okay, we want to be devious if we can. They're being aggressive, which is perfect. They're going to approach slowly. They're not all that fast. Let's get Molly. Let's get Kiwi up here. Get Hatice over here. Just kind of position them where they can be flexible. Get Molly right about here. And then let them advance. Okay. So let's go with Kiwi down here. Throw in a little loudmouth. Jump over here with Molly. We can do a flank and shank, and it shouldn't twist us over into the wrong thing. And then Hatice is free to take out the last one. Satin. Boom. Okay, just one left. End turn. They switched into friendly now. Too late for you. We're gonna take you down. No sense in being friendly now. There you go. Gone. And we got lost extra tokens. Love that. Goons without a leader is like fish without fins. The goons leave you slightly disorientated, and you can continue your journey. +2 collect tokens. I know that's going to be like +4 supplies right there. So let's go down here. Oh no, Molly gets stuck in quicksand and is desperately waving around. Someone needs to help. Hatice quickly moves in to help. She's a quick thinker. Hatice thinks fast and resourcefully saves Molly from the quicksand. This could have been an expensive misstep. Okay, now I think it's time we go down to this supply area. After a while in the desert, you finally see an oasis on the horizon. After a long and hard struggle through the vast hot desert, you finally reach an oasis. There is a lake with some fish, date palms, plants, and a few other people who are resting here. Everybody but Hatice is going to refill their water, but the journey ahead, what will Hatice do? Hatice can go fishing, pick dates, check if there's nutritious plants, or ask the locals for some supplies. If I do this, I get +2 collect tokens, +1 collect token, and supplies. That's just phenomenal. It's probably a combination of luck and skill. Hatice catches one fish after another, enough to make some money. Meanwhile, the other crew members have refilled their water canteens. The crew has time to continue. I can't read today. Let's jump down here, even though it's blank. Everyone is going weak when the crew. Everyone's going reek. That's probably a completely different sentence at that point. When the crew sees there's another hill to climb, they will all lose hope and decide to rest. This costs you some supplies. Okay. Now we're gonna have to try to book it down to these oases down here. So let's head straight in this direction. The heat is unbearable. You're forced to wait in shade and use some supplies. Kiwi's survival skills find an effective alternative. Nice. That's why I love having these all-road crew in the desert. They're so good at it. A British camp. Thank goodness. The crew is running out of steam and could use a break. You want to approach the camp, but the guard looks on edge. Some diplomacy might allow you to enter the camp. I don't want to lose more supplies. Let's use a tool. This seems vital for us to succeed here. Let's have Hatice attempt to get us in here. Please, Hatice, please, Hatice, please, Hatice. Come on, go. Yes. Great. Hatice takes a polite and diplomatic approach with the camp leader, and you're allowed to stay. The whole crew enjoys some nice shade, a good night, and a jolly good cup of tea. In return, Kiwi cooks for the soldiers. +2 collect, +2 campaign, +1 collect, +1 supplies, +2 collect. Really starting to add up, isn't it? Let's go keep using these one supply token routes. Ooh, epic encounter. Hello. The crew finds nothing of interest in this area. I found something of interest in this area, though. What is this? Wits challenge, treasure, gold status research, travel cost 1 supply. Magnificent! You found the elusive Temple of Thoth. Some explorers have already tried to explore this temple, but they were never heard from again. Now it's your turn to try. Time to go exploring. The temple is an amazing sight. You move forward through the hall when you find some human bones lying around, an eerie reminder of the dangers that lie ahead. Molly is looking distracted when you hear a click. Oh no. A trap! Hatice thinks fast. A trap goes off and arrows fly towards Hatice. Luckily, Hatice isn't easily caught off guard, and Hatice skillfully dodges the arrows. Another impressive feat. This will keep us sharp. All your crew members gain this crew member is sharp and alert, or +1 campaign. We're going to go with sharp and alert. I don't know what that does, but we're going to find out. After the close encounter with the ancient trap, the crew continues down the hall. They see a dim light coming from the room. It's the fabled Chamber of Choice. The room is mysteriously lit. Along the back wall, there are 3 statues: a golden jackal, a jade human, and a lapis lazuli ibis. The crew investigates the room further. Molly reads something on the wall. The hieroglyphs read, "Make your choice: wealth, fame, or knowledge." It must be something to do with these statues. What does the crew choose? Hatice screams out, "Wealth!" Oh no! Hatice's greed gets the upper hand, and Hatice just snatches the golden jackal. You hear mechanisms click. The wall starts to shift, and a secret room reveals itself as Hatice puts the jackal statue away. +5 collect from tokens of collect. Oh, I'm loving this. Good job, Hatice. It's a treasure room. The room is full of gold and silver and gemstones. The crew is so delighted they fail to notice the rumbling temple. Everyone starts grabbing treasure. Then Kiwi reads the text on the wall out loud. Those who choose wealth deserve to be buried with their spoils. The crew finally notices the whole place is coming down. You've got to flee as quickly as possible. Hatice leads the escape. +1 treasure hunt, +2 collect tokens. Hatice sprints forward with some extra treasure. Hatice sees the crew won't make it, but then tells the others to take cover near safe structures close to the exit. Hatice escapes the temple as the entrance collapses. No one is hurt, and Hatice can dig out the crew with ease. With easy. Amazing. Another treasure. Man, we're racking this up. But the danger is not over yet. Outside of the temple is a huge scorpion waiting to attack Hatice. Defend yourselves. Come on, Hatice. You can do this. Go Team Hatice. Go Team Hatice. Go Team Hatice. If she's devious, she can do this. And she's our best character right now because she's got the boots on. She's got the boots. Okay, you're going to go to here. We're going to back off and focus. You're going down, buddy. Okay, he's weak to nothing, but he's weak to aggressive attacks. But I want to go devious. I want to go devious. So if we go aggressive attack, we beat him in 1 punch. But if we go devious attack, we beat him in 1 punch. So guess what we're going to do? We're going to go devious. Bye-bye, Scorpion. Ching ching. With the Scorpion out of the way, Hatice can start digging the crew out safely. Great. With that, your adventures in the Temple of Thoth have come to an end. Molly will surely remember that ancient gods cannot be trusted with their boons. Alright, let's go ahead and upgrade these guys. We only need level 3 rogue, correct? To get this bonus? Yes? So Molly can go with Athlete as her next perk and get another thing for her adventure wheel. Okay, next, Kiwi is going to become a level 4 survivalist, and that's going to get her the ability to have that perk where she gets extra supplies every time she moves and gets an adventure wheel. And here we're going to go with Kiwi. She's level 3 quick thinker. We don't need another level of quick thinking, so we're going to go... I should have thought... I forgot about the cooking. The cooking event we had last expedition gives you the cooking perk. I forgot about that. I would have given it to Kiwi if she didn't already have it. She didn't already have it. Yeah, that would have been perfect. Oh well, water under the bridge. We're going to go with the engineer here. Boing. So now they're all level 4. We're going to try to get them to level 5 before the last stage for sure. This looks juicy. We're going to go here. As you walk through the hot desert, you certainly find yourself surrounded by British goons. It seems they saw you coming from miles away and laid a trap. One of these steps forward and says, "Hello, chaps. It looks to me that you are those nosy explorers that entered Egypt a while ago. We don't take kindly to meddling chaps around here. Come with us peacefully, and we won't harm you. We have a 100% chance to escape, or we have this member. It helps us escape. So either one is going to be successful. So let's just go with Hatice. Before the British can completely surround the crew, Hatice runs through a hole in the British encirclement, knowing it would not work with all of the crew members. Hatice watches the others being taken to the encampment. You arrive at the encampment. All your belongings are being taken away to the prison tent, where they are stored. One of the guards asks, "Which one of you is the leader?" The boss wants to talk to you. Molly raises her hand. Molly's being taken to the classiest tent in the encampment, where the camp leader is sitting behind a desk. "Welcome, welcome. Why don't you take a seat? It says here that you are explorers for the renowned Explorers International Society. We are currently investigating some things and cannot allow you to roam free in Egypt. Therefore, we will hold you here until we are done. 26% chance of getting an extra collect token. We can insult the camp leader or attempt to smash the camp leader in the face. -1 resolve. We don't want the -1 resolve, that's for sure. Let's see. We get the bonus collect token. I don't feel like this is worth it. I'm not going to risk the tool for it. Wonder what happens when you insult the camp leader. Molly insults the camp leader with every word in the book. The camp leader becomes furious and leaps forward. Luckily, one of the guards stops the quarrel in time. "Take this cursed explorer into the dirtiest cell we've got." Camp leader says, "One more thing before you are escorted to your cell. One more thing. If you ever use any kind of violence against my men during your captivity, I have the authority to make you an enemy of the state, which basically means exploring will become very, very hard. Now, take this chap away, lads. It seems an aggressive attitude is out of the question in this camp." You're placed in a very dirty cell within the tent. There are no beds and only some thin, dirty sheets that barely keep you warm at night. Everyone is saddened by the hopeless situation. It is beginning to get late, and everyone decides to sleep. You hear something in the middle of the night, and when you wake up, you see that the cell doors are open. You hear a voice whisper, "Psst! Get out while you can. I left some of your basic equipment in your cell. See ya." How kind. You take your stuff and leave. Leave the cell. Okay. As you leave the cell, a tent, you bump into Hatice. Hatice was about to free the rest of the crew. The others are surprised it was not Hatice who saved them in the first place. Hatice followed the British goons to the camp and waited for nightfall. During the night, Hatice distracted most of the patrols over to the other side of the encampment, which means they're now far less of a chance of getting caught. Explore some of the other tents and see what's there. You sneak through the camp and avoid some patrols. You enter a tent that looks like it is storing things, which turn out to be true. Many lesser treasures are stored there and are up for grabs. 2+ treasure hunt. You walk towards the entrance, but the tent with all your belongings is guarded by British goons. Sneak past them. See how awesome it is being a rogue crew in this desert. You get past the guards. Time to get your stuff back. You are now in the tent with all your belongings. They are stored neatly on the table together with a note. "Hello there. I hope you got out of your cells okay. I always wanted to be an explorer of the society, but I failed the entry test in the Scottish Highlands. I joined the British Empire so that I could still see some of the world but it's just plain wrong to lock up people like yourselves. So good luck on your travels, and I left you a little something to make up for all your trouble. Gain the golden scabbard. Or scarab. That's very different. Plus 10 collect tokens. We are getting all kinds of loot. I want more research. I keep getting more collect tokens, though. You walk through the entrance back towards the free desert when you hear something behind you. There's a silhouette of a person waving at you. That must be the one who saved you. You wave back and bow in appreciation. Time to continue your journey. Okay. Let's go to this naturalist thing here. Because if we go down here to get to these supplies, we're losing 2 and then 1. If we go over here, we're losing 1 and 1. The desert is full of interesting natural phenomena. If you look well enough, Molly might ask someone to keep an eye out for these. Not worth it. I need my tools. I only have 1 tool left. I need it for the last challenge in this level, so I can't really use it. The crew finds some interesting things, but you feel you would have done better with a little more focus. Okay. Let's grab the supplies while we're here. After a while in the desert, you finally see an oasis on the horizon. Visit the oasis. After a long, hard struggle through the vast, hot desert, you finally reach an oasis. There is a lake with some fish, date palms. Hatice is going to fish again for us. Probably a combination of luck and skill. Hatice catches 1 fish after another, enough to make some money. Meanwhile, the other crew members have refilled all the water canteens the crew has. Time to continue. Plus 2. So now we're back up to 8 supplies from 4 where we were. I want to go down here and kind of wrap around the back of the boss and then come back. The desert is merciless, and sometimes the sands hide something valuable. A trained survivalist might be able to find solace and wealth. Let's go with Kiwi. Same for Hatice, but Kiwi can do it. Fantastic, with sharp senses and instinct, Kiwi manages to find edible roots and lost caravan coins. Even the desert drought can't tame Kiwi's survival spirit. Plus 2 supplies, plus 2 collect. So we got 6 collect from that. We're rich. Let's go down here. A ravine. You might find something useful at the bottom. Someone can climb down, but doing so in the searing heat will cost supplies. Okay, we're going to go ahead and sacrifice some supplies with Kiwi going down there. A great job. Kiwi climbs down skillfully and finds something convenient. We can get 2 collect, -1 supplies, 2 collect. Let's get that. Even though this gives study tokens, I just, gems. Can't help it. Cultural challenge. The crew finds a cryptic hieroglyph tablet. Everyone takes a look at it, but it comes up with different interpretations. In the end, you decide to... I gotta just take the tablet and as something to study. Molly doesn't believe that this will lead to anything and just takes the tablet to study. The crew then continues exploring. Let's go this way and then get the supplies. Exploring the desert sometimes becomes easier when you set up camp while others explore the surroundings. Molly thinks this is such a time. 2 crew members will go exploring while the others set up camp. Which 2 crew members will go exploring? This usually ends up bad. Let's take Kiwi and Hatice exploring. And then Molly's going to stay and something horrible is going to happen. Molly thought they had escaped the danger of exploration for once, but when suddenly the camp is attacked by bandits, just Molly's luck. I lose 100 gold. See, that's the horrible thing I was worried about. But 21% chance of getting 3 collect tokens. I'm thinking. You know what? Yeah, let's go for it. Let's use the tool. 46% chance of not a horrible outcome. Come on. Oh, are you kidding me? What a tease. Molly doesn't stand a chance. The bandits raid the camp and take many valuables before fleeing the scene. After the exploration, Kiwi comes back to find a ransacked camp and shaken Molly. See, I hate that event because it never turns out well for me. But I just can't help myself. After a while in the desert, you finally see an oasis on the horizon. Visit the oasis. Around the oasis, you see groups of locals, nomads, and a group of British excavators. What are we going to do? We're going to approach the British. Molly realizes that explorers and these British excavators don't always go hand in hand. How will you approach them? We're going to steal their supplies, of course. Molly manages to sneak towards the British supplies, which mainly consist of tea and biscuits, and steals some. After Molly's daring action, you put all the supplies you have gathered together and leave the oasis before anyone finds out. Excellent. Now we can finish up just cleaning up everything. We have 6 remaining supplies. So I'm going to go this way and kind of wrap around back into here. Kiwi spots a rock formation miles ahead with a looking grass, probably containing valuables. We're going to lose supplies either way if we roll for it. Yep, let's go for it. Man. Molly has collapsed somewhere on the way to the rock formation. The crew saves Molly with great difficulty, but they're going to have to leave this particular searing piece of desert for what it is. This has been a little bit of a rough time. If we go this way, it costs 2, so we're going to go here to cost 1 and here to cost 1. So basically, it's a free move to do this. The caravan of explorers from the British excavation forces looking to find treasures for the Empire. One of the investors seems to have an important document in his possession. Let's acquire the document. Molly escapes the explorers. Hoo-hoo. Hooroo. Hooroo. Slowpokes. Molly makes away with the document and some coin. Nice. So let's go down here. Do an encounter. There are several small houses lying in the ruins in the middle of the desert. You investigate each house, but nothing noteworthy can be found. But then Molly notices a basement door. Molly opens the doors and everybody walks down the stairs, Kiwi holding a lit torch. You see what appears to be an old embalming room. Search for valuables. You search for something of value. There are lots of embalming tools, linen, and pottery. As you are searching, you hear moaning coming from a dark corner. Soon your worst fears become reality. A bunch of mummies is approaching you with love. Don't let them hug you. Oh, they are really, really surrounding us. Wow. So let's do this right here. Let's move Hatice down to here. Let's move Molly over here. Let's do Loudmouth. Even though that'll put us in a bad attitude, it's still gonna be okay, I think. And then we'll do Loudmouth over here. And let's have Hatice. Can you take him out? You can almost take him out. I'm gonna have her focus, and then hopefully take out 3 of them in the next turn. Now this is where it's gonna get dangerous, because yeah, we have really low speech defense, and they are gonna use speech against us. So this could be disaster. Hopefully we'll be fine though. That is a lot more damage than I was hoping for. Please miss on like 2 of these. Oof. And they're using aggressive too rather than friendly. Okay, hopefully. Okay, we're fine. Miss, nice. So if we could actually get... We can't actually get into a position to get them in a line because Hatice has to be at least 1 square away. Grr. I hate it when this happens. And we're going to take some damage again next turn. I have the urge to move Kiwi out because she's going to lose this resolve. I don't want her losing this resolve. So let's just make her run. Molly, Hatice, it's up to you. We can take out 2 of them with Hatice. Not ideal, but it's what it is. That puts us over into aggressive. And then we're going to have to pop over back into devious again, if we can, pretty quickly. I'm putting myself in all kinds of bad situations with this. I could take him out, but if I do that, I'm not going to be able to get over into devious. Although if I'm friendly, If I would have went friendly, I would have got the encounter token anyway, so... Aggressive is the one we don't want, though. So, the last one we want is aggressive. So we can't use any aggressive attacks, even if it would mean us, you know, winning. Okay, I think we're ready to intern. Yay, they switched it on us. Nice. They switched their attitude. Nice. Hatice can take a punch now. It's awesome. Devious. I'm now going to try to get back over. I'm going to try to get to friendly for this encounter token. So let's just start working that way. And turn. Yeah, we're fine. We're going to get over into friendly pretty easily. Fumble. No. Now we're friendly again. Hooray! And now they're giving us mummy hugs. It seems like they copy whatever your attitude is currently. Fumble. Alright, time to end it. Sova. 3 encounter tokens. The mummies stop trying to hug you and leave you alone. Before you go, you're able to find some valuable embalming tools. Nice. We have 2 supplies left. That's just enough to get us over into the boss area. So let's go over there. The crew finds nothing of interest in this area, of course. And then last supply. Here we go. There it is, the Temple of War. Once you figure out what's going on here, the expedition will come to an end. Are you ready to enter the temple? Yes. The crew approaches the temple that is in excellent state. However, the seal has already been removed. Molly tells the crew that the temple is dedicated to Sekhmet, the goddess of war and destruction. The crew carefully approaches the entrance. After following the hallway, the crew arrives in the Chamber of War. Sarcophagi of soldiers are aligned against the wall, and a steel stands tall in the center. It seems someone has been here before. The crew sees no way to continue, so an investigation is started. Let's deal with study, because we do need more study tokens. In the search, Molly approaches the steel and reads it aloud. By decree of Sekhmet, only those skilled in the art of war may proceed. All of these sudden, a sarcophagus bursts open. It's a mummy general. Beat me in a game of war, or O living thing, and prove your worth. The soldiers' figurines start moving across the floor, which reveals itself to be a map of Lower Egypt. A game of war is about to begin. So if we go war, we have a 30% chance. If we go talk, we have a 30% chance. So let's try to talk to him first with Kiwi. Risking a resolve. That's why I wanted to save that token, that tool. What an intriguing display of diplomatic skills. Kiwi puts the general under pressure with a persuasive argument, forcing a peace treaty from the general. The general is impressed. You regard war as costly as it is, an impressive show of wisdom. You are worthy. A secret door opens. The crew now moves on to find a long, dark hallway. The crew can only see ahead with the flaming light of their torches. Wall paintings describe locations where offerings were brought to Sekhmet in order to win her favor in war. You have a feeling you're missing something here. So many things to learn or collect. We got to take the study tokens while we have a chance now. At least 30 minutes pass. The crew walks down the very long corridor. Kiwi feels very uncomfortable in this enclosed, dry space, but Molly bolsters the crew's will to carry on. Then you hear some noises in the distance. You find a room, sacred ground to the goddess Sekhmet. The room is lit red with the oddest light and filled with ancient treasure. At last, war rises again. Oh no! The incarnation of Sekhmet stands before you. Finally, I'm whole again. First, I need to repay my debt. The goddess of war has been called to wage war against the enemies of her followers. You! Now bow down to me, or be the first ones to fall. Okay. Here we go. So if I recall, this is one where you don't want to go aggressive or she gets angry. And we don't want to go devious because that's anti-friendly. So we're actually in a pretty decisive disadvantage on this fight. I'm going to consider going aggressive this fight. We'll have to see how bad that malice is when we do that. Let's go ahead and see if we can take out these ads while we're at it. Those are 2 ads down. One more ad down. And one more ad down here. We technically want to be in devious. We don't want to be in tyrannizing, honestly. Let's go aggressive and see what happens. Okay, so we jump into aggressive. Oh, we haven't jumped into it yet. We will soon. So here comes the ads. Fumble, nice. Okay, so I think I can hit 3 of them from here. That'll be a straight line there. This will be a straight line there. Let's try here. Not the best, but I can at least take out 2 of them. Let's 2 down. Now she's gonna transform into her aggressive state. That's not too bad. So with her in her aggressive state, we probably could go friendly to counter that. Can't do anything from here with Molly. We're gonna have Kiwi approach. Might as well buff each other. So gonna have Hatice be confident. Yeah. Okay. Next turn. Miss. Let's see how much damage Sekhmet does. Miss. I love these misses. So I want to get rid of this mummy. What is he weak against? He's weak against saddened. We have a saddened with Hatice. Close. Now he's gone. No more ads. Gonna have Molly. We're in devious now, which is good because she's gone aggressive. We're now devious. I don't think she'll pop back into anything else. So actually, I think we'll hold her in aggressive by doing this. Negative 25 attack. So if we terrify her, she's resistant, but she'll be terrified, which means she'll do less damage. Nice. A sarcophagus opens. Okay, what are we gonna do now? We got ads coming in from the left, nothing from the right. We probably just jump the boss now. Look at that, 100 grit. 50% chance to evade. That is awesome. What are we going to go with here? Flanking. Probably want to do flanking. I think we want to do enrage before flanking, don't we? Let's have Hatice focus. Then we're going to leave her in an enraged state. Going to start with Terrify first. Then we're going to put her in a rage here. Now next turn we're going to do a double flank and shank. And it's going to do a ton of damage. And also I'm going to hit with Hatice with that buff. We may beat the boss on the next turn. Another miss. Can't even hit us. We're invincible. Okay, now's the time. Man, she takes a lot of damage. It's also because I've got her in aggressive mode. I should consider getting her out of that. Okay, let's have Molly move down here. Kiwi moves here. We'll do flank and shank. Reduced armor. Nice. What's our armor now? -5 armor. And we're going to do another flank and shank. Nice. Does that stack or is that... No, that doesn't stack. It just applies. It overwrites the other buff. Look at that. Hatice might one-shot the boss in this turn. Come on, Hatice. Got her. Got her. Nice. Enough. It is clear I'm not ready yet to raise war and curses over your kin. I need to rest for another 4,000 years. Extra 5 study tokens. Speech defense permanently increased by 5. And she disappears. When everything clears up, it seems she has left something behind. A mask of pure gold and precious metals. Wow. +2 treasure hunt, +2 secret, +2 discovery. Look at all these collect tokens and treasure tokens. We're just racking them up. As you pick up the mask, the temple starts shaking. This whole goddess reviving thing has left the temple a tad unstable. The temple is collapsing. You're running out of time. Hatice refuses to leave without some of the treasure. Unbelievable. The crew's about to run when Molly looks back. Hatice is mesmerized by the treasure. Molly can't leave Hatice behind and goes back. Is that treasure really worth your life? After Molly throws a punch to snap Hatice out of it, the whole crew starts running, but not without Hatice smuggling some gold. 75% chance of getting an extra treasure hunt and 3 extra campaign tokens. Come on. Yes! You made it out. Just as Hatice gets out of the temple with parts of the loot, the whole complex collapses. I should have woken up earlier to get here. Impressive work, Molly. Who said that? Rivalo. We came here to investigate the matter of a shady group called the Anti-Explorers. They had plans to do something sinister here. Have you seen anything? Nope. Rivalo seems to have expected that. Of course not. You're a rookie. Stupid for me to ask. However, I fear that they pose a threat to all of us. He then continues in a lighter tone. I'll handle this matter myself. Now, why are we still here? This place has been explored. Let's move out. Devious. Okay, rack them up. What do we get? Cha-ching. Cha-ching. Wow. Now, I wish for this expedition I had Harry leading the group, because that would have been the equivalent of 16 treasure hunt tokens. Wow. 1,635 gold. Enough for 2 more sets of boots. We got more status. We got more research. Not a ton of research, but some. Got a lot of renown. Nice. Molly Jones moved up to 4th. Crooked Capitalist. Jambo, skilled explorer. The African Union has heard about your amazing trials in Memphis Desert. We'd like to invite you to our port societies and ruins to share your insight. Kind regards, Professor Jacob Torre. Nice. Got some Africa research insight jobs. So we got a lot of gold. We're going to be investing that gold. We're going to be investing the research. We're going to be using the insight tokens and the campaign status stuff. In the next episode, we'll be doing that, and then we'll be jumping into the 4th expedition, getting close to the end now. So thanks so much for watching, and remember, keep it clean.